Hello, welcome back to the Blissful Heart channel. I'm Desiree Lee, here to guide you through your weekly energy read for July 25th to July 31st, 2016. First of all, I just want to thank my small group of subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing and watching the videos. I would love it if you would just comment below on any perceptions that you have. Even if you want to just share from last week's reading on this week of anything that resonated with you. Sharing is cool. It's just a neat way for me to know what's going on with you. Also, I am available for private readings. We can Skype, I can do email. So just check out my website, DesireeNicoleLee.com, if you want to get a reading. And I can do all kinds of readings. So, love, career, health, just life in general, checking for your Dharma, your journey. For those of you that don't know, I'm also a Reiki energy healer as well as a yoga instructor. So a lot of my readings, you'll kind of get that yoga mind influence. That's why I talk about meditation all the time. And yes, I still have the ambition to have a separate YouTube channel for yoga and meditation. It is in my mind, so it will be happening soon. Okay, so before I get started, I want you to know that this is my second filming, so I might be referencing the spread that I did first. I was halfway through the spread and my battery died, and so I just took it as a sign to start over, and that's what I'm going to do. So I might reference like, oh yeah, I pulled this card, or I got a similar message on the reading that I was doing, or something like that, and so yeah, that is going to come through. And what else? Oh, a lot of these reads are for people that are following their Dharma, right? We're all kind of in this space of healing, and there's a giant energetic shift happening in terms of growth and expansion of self. And so if we think about this infinite solar system that's forever expanding, so are we, and there's all this vibrational frequency shifting that is kind of just shaking us from our soul. We are energetic beings, and these shifts happen on a very, very subtle level. So if you are resistant to it, you might be experiencing the flip side of some of the cards. So it just occurred to me this morning that some of you might not be agreeing with the reading, or you might feel resistance to it, and you would be the reverse of that card, which is blocking the energy, right? So you might be blocking whatever it is that I'm talking about. And these signs of resistance are, usually will represent as anger or frustration, disappointment, those kinds of things. And that's just a clear sign that we're not following our Dharma. So the last time I remember a very significant energetic shift that we're going through now was probably in 2002, 2003. And that was a tremendous and profound shift for me. And so while it is intense, it's exciting and it's adventurous, and it means that there's a significant amount of growth happening globally. And you see that, right? You see that where I was saying, if you're not in alignment, it kind of represents as anger, frustration, right? And we see that happening outside in the world. So there is resistance on many people's parts, but you're here watching this video, you're an active participant, and so we really want to make sure that we're nurturing what's inside so that we can push that energy on the outside and spread love. In terms of reflecting on last week, I definitely had a lot of growth happen, and we had that Leo come into the sun on Friday, this past Friday, and I definitely got that surge of playfulness and fun and strength and confidence, and that synced up with our Lovers card. And so because I'm not in a relationship, right, I didn't have that experience with another outside party, but I definitely did some inward reflection on my balance of the divine masculine and the divine feminine, or in yoga we call it the Shakti and the Shiva, right? That Kundalini rising where the male and the female energies meet and create awareness. And so I definitely feel that I am growing in leaps and bounds, and I know you feel it too, and it's tough, right? But let's hold on, let's keep moving forward. Our possible projection last week was that King of Cups, that watery element, and I do think that we're going to enter into this blue, green, healing, loving energy, and so we'll see what's going to happen this week. But we are going to stick with the theme of relationships, just because I know that theme is still carrying through. So I'm also going to just mention that Uranus is going to go retrograde this coming Friday, the 29th. And so for those of you that are in alignment with your Dharma, with your soul destined plan, you're going to experience this harmony of self-expression, right? And Leo is also a self-expression, so a lot of self-expression coming up for us. And we're going to be like learning to follow our intuition and to serve our gifts. And then, of course, if we're on that flip side, if we're in resistance, if we're not in our Dharma, if we're, on the backpedaling cycle, then we're going to experience that again as anxiety, nervousness, impatience, frustration. These feelings, those emotions are clear signs that your soul, your spirit guides, your angels, however you want to look at it, you are being communicated with, and we feel it first on that emotional level. It's a very subtle level, and we feel it, yeah? So whenever you're feeling that, even in periods throughout the day, just that ebb and flow, know that you're not in love. You're out of alignment with love. You're out of alignment with that faith in the divine. And yeah, there's definitely going to be this kind of shifting towards yin and receiving and allowing and trusting and having that faith. Cool, yeah? So I'm excited. I really like this Leo energy. It's kind of spicy and fun. Again, out of alignment. On the flip side, Leos can be hedonistic and overindulgent. So I kind of was like reading that last week a little bit. I was getting that like over passion, overcharged, and like get those reins, pull those horses back, rein them in. Like we need to find that balance. That's really what we're learning. We're learning balance of the masculine and the feminine, balance of the self, balance of following rules and not following rules. Okay, so today I'm doing 2 cards. I'm going to do a side-by-side. Now I'm going to be focusing on the wisdom of the oracle. That's going to be like our lead card, but because oracle cards can be a little vague and open to interpretation because they're so wide and I'm catering to such a large audience, I just want to have like a directional card, and so I'm using the Wild Unknown Tarot. Now these cards I'm not going to be getting super deep in terms of conversation, but they're going to be like a guide for us in terms of how that oracle card is working for us. So let's go ahead and we're going to do a poll for the weekly energy read of July 25th to the 31st. It's a global energy. It's going to be overriding our week. And you know, these weeks do bleed into each other. I mean, it's not, you know, the universe is not black and white, but this just gives us an overall view. Yeah. So let's see what that first card is. Oh, this is what I pulled on my first read, but not in this position. And 2 cards want to come. Dang. Okay. 2 cards want to come. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to honor that. So we have blessed and happy. Dang. It doesn't get much better than that. So blessed is actually the card number 22, which 22 is a master number. It doesn't break down, and it is kind of like a sign of mastery. And number sequencing 222 is kind of like you're on the right path, you're being guided, keep doing what you're doing. I also look at it as like soul work, partner work, 2-2, like 1 and 1, yeah? Okay, and then happy, all is well. I'm really sorry to have to do a 2-card draw, but that card wanted to come out. Okay, so we got that as our overall theme. We have this idea of being completely divinely blessed and extraordinarily happy. That's that Leo fun, like, haha, life is great. And I've been feeling it, yeah? Okay, so then just as like a directional, I'm going to just pull 1 tarot. And we've got the 2 of Pentacles. Again, a 2. Woo! And this is like harmony and balance. I feel like we should just stop right there. That's fantastic. Okay, so let's look at our Monday, Tuesday. What's happening? Mending. This is actually a beautiful card in terms of like healing. Finally. Okay, so before I even like do a little overview, I'm just gonna pull Wild Unknown. Yikes! Oh, but it was in reverse. Okay, so we have the 7 of Swords in reverse. This is actually a great sign. Being connected that it's with mending, right? So what we're mending is this distrust, right? So the Seven of Swords in reverse is like in reverse. Well, the card itself is speaking of something that's being secret, something that's being hidden, something that's being kept from you. And so in conversation of relationships, and I'm going to again clarify that relationships aren't necessarily with a sexual or intimate partner. They can be with a friend, a coworker, your boss. They can be with yourself, right? So you might have even been like, you're like, oh, I've got to keep something for myself. But the mind is a powerful thing. Like, you can totally like delude yourself about something. Okay, so something that you have been kind of bearing or that has been hidden from you is going to come to light, and there's going to be this opportunity to heal, to mend your heart, and to find that divine guidance. Again, we're going to get deeper into it. I have a hard time like just doing one at a time without talking about them just a little bit. Okay, so then Wednesday, Thursday, we have truth be told. Self-expression on fire. Yes, good. Our tarot to back that up. Daughter of Cups. So there's that loving, nurturing, sweet, innocent love. Just like right here, hit confession time. The truth is being told, and it's about communicating your feelings. So this could be you communicating or someone communicating to you. I'm really liking this week. Okay, so let's look at the weekend. I hope I didn't jinx it. Weekend card, where are you? And, yep, exchanging gifts. Okay, so, and exchanging gifts, so you giving or receiving, and that is also part of our Uranus Retrograde, which is happening Friday. So that card pulled up on Friday, and Uranus Retrograde is about sharing gifts. Cool. So our tarot card for that, Three of Pentacles. So Pentacles is like earthy, grounding, Trinity. We've got this kind of like group effort. Whew. Okay, so let's take a closer look at this week. So we have the 2-card pull for our overall energy. I mean, it's technically 3 cards, right? So we have blessed and happy. I mean, for me, like Leo is the happy. Like Leo in alignment is the happy. And blessed is, you know, we've got our divine 22, and then we've got like spirit just going, yes, you are blessed. And then of course we have the Tarot Wild Unknown card, again talking about this teamwork. So the Tarot is kind of weaving in that concept of 2 people. And I'm really glad that I brought that out, because it does help direct it. Like I said, we are in still a relationship zone of the divine masculine and divine feminine. And so finally, right? Finally, we are, all of our hard work, all of our hard effort that we've been putting in for the last like month is going to see some reward this week. And you know, those of you that have been in relationship conflict, I just want to clarify here that it doesn't necessarily mean that there's going to be a resolution that you two are going to get back together, or that things are going to work out with you two. But what is going to happen is there's going to be some peace made. And this is just like an overall theme for the whole week, right? So as an overall theme, we're going to step into this space of blessed. And again, it goes into what I've talked about before, about this idea of every relationship being a lesson. Even if that's us kind of going into that self-discovery space of the mind and the heart. It's just this idea of us finding a little resolution, and then feeling that divine blessing just like raining down on us, love and sweet surrender. Yeah. So I mean, just in reference to the King of Cups that was pulled last week as a projection of this week, I'll just remind you, for those of you that are watching every week, we have that King of Cups as a projection, And the King of Cups is this mastery of emotion and this kind of peaceful calm. And yeah, I mean, it's happening. We are definitely like in this space of, I mean, for those of you that have been like fighting and like had your guards up, you're just like, I'm over that. Let's just make peace, you know? I want happiness. Happiness serves better. So that's our theme, okay? And then when we look at Monday, Tuesday, I mean, I'm just like feeling so much from these cards today. Like emotionally, I'm just feeling, I've been very emotional the last like month. But I'm definitely just feeling this like, this release of resistance in the heart. Yeah. Okay, so the reverse Seven of Swords is talking about this secrecy, this like undercover, like unknown element in our relationships. And I'm feeling like the person that has been holding back has had like a lock and chain like wrapped around their heart. They've been resistant to sharing. And as the energetic transitions, as the energy transitions this week, I feel that they're finally just like realizing that it's more work to hold that in than to just like let it go. So you could be this person with a secret. And again, it could be that secret within yourself that is going to just come to the surface, and you're going to be able to see it with like a new pair of eyes. For those of you in a committed relationship, or maybe you're just kind of dating and in that space, you know, anything that's been holding the relationship back and preventing it from moving forward is going to be mended. And so the mending card is asking us to find forgiveness and to look from that space of peace and understanding and compassion. And there's that yin, right? So we're going to hear yin all day today, because yin is that divine feminine. There's a couple images that I get when I think of yin. One, again, is like a slow stream that erodes rocks, right? That slow yet powerful energy of the feminine just moving through water and kind of smoothing out rocks and glass, right? Smoothing out rough edges. And then another image that I get when I think of yin is like a blade of grass blowing in the wind. I think of flexibility and just surrender, but a strong surrender. Yeah, I know a lot of people associate surrender with giving up, and that is not what it is. Surrender is knowing everything that's happening around you and recognizing that your ego is the asshole that's trying to prevent you from finding joy. And you're like, you're higher than that. You're higher than the mind. You have this ability to overlook from a larger perspective. So forgiveness, heart mending, healing, and love, friendship love. That's what we would do with our friend, right? Forgive. Okay. So, and you know, as hard as it is to forgive your partner, it's even harder for us to forgive ourselves. So self-forgiveness too. Okay. So Wednesday, Thursday, you know, I'm noticing a theme with the weeks is that the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are just like, they just like lay over each other, because truth be told, no, truth be told, the Seven of Swords, truth be told. So I just love the artwork on these Wisdom of the Oracle cards. Okay, so we have this owl with a window and hearts flying out. It's just so sweet. Like I said, I'm like exploding in my heart this week. Okay, so I'm feeling that card. No more secrets, you guys. Like, why? What's the point? Blech. Secrets are for losers. I didn't mean that. It's just funny. Okay. No, but secrets are so heavy on our heart, and they just stop us from being truthful to ourselves. Like, who cares about who you're keeping secrets from? I mean, yes, it matters, but ultimately, this is your journey. This is your life. Everything's a mirror of you. Like, I talk about this every week. We're putting out, and then everything we're putting out is coming back. So we are experiencing everything we lay out on the table. So when you're resisting from telling the truth, you're also putting resistance out into the universe. And what does it mirror back at you? Bleh. It mirrors back deceit, hurt, stinginess. Like I feel like there's holding back, and then you don't feel abundance. You don't feel that richness, that prosperity, that victory in life. And so it's, everybody that has been doing that is just exhausted. They're like, oh, this. They just are seeing the light of truth. Like, I'm going to set myself free. And then it's accompanied with the Daughter of Cups. So without getting too deep into the tarot cards, right, that could be a person, right, this woman, this creative innocence. And so, like, a lot of the times when we think of innocence, we think of young love. But I think of it as a mature innocence, like somebody that is loved and hurt and lost, and is finding that rejuvenated hope, that rejuvenated excitement of love. And I feel like they're all working together, right? So there's this innocence of love, this honesty, this truth, this forgiveness, this mending, no more secrets, and we can just find that friendship. Okay, and so then as we transition into the weekend, we're moving into this exchanging of gifts. So recognizing there's a push and a pull. Sometimes it means if you're like an excessive giver and you're always giving to others and never to yourself, like it's time to kind of give to yourself right now. But there's also that yin of like allowing yourself to receive. So maybe you're not letting yourself receive. And then with the Three of Pentacles backing it up, it suggests teamwork. So this could be work related as well as partnership related. But I mean, being that we are in relationship talk, I'm going with partnership, helping each other to expand on your inherent gifts. And I mean, I just can't, I'm seeing now why, like, there was this divine intervention of the battery dying on me, because this reading really like harmonizes more with Uranus retrograde and Leo energy. But just to let you know, it was a similar read. We did get blessed in the last one. And then in my own private read, I got the mending and the exchanging gifts. So, I mean, this is definitely like meant to be. Yeah, good. I almost don't want to pull a projection card for next week, but I'm gonna. Lots of card pulling today. So, just as a future projection of next week. Oh, see, now this card showed up in the previous read. By the book. So next week, we're definitely going to be looking hard at karmic energy, and then as a tarot, woo, the sun will come out next week. So we're still going to be feeling that fire of Leo next week with the by the book energy. So I'm just looking at, I'm feeling like a refresh. Like this is almost like a week of rest and mending and healing and love and friendship and rebuilding blocks. And so for those of you that have lost love, this could be new love with somebody else, or maybe just like a renewed faith in yourself. You know, renewed faith in spirit and trusting in the things that are happening in your life as being divinely blessed and guided for your best good, always for your best good. And then so next week we're looking at this powerful sun energy, just like magnetic fire. I'm getting by the book karma energy with that. So I'm seeing a karmic turning of the wheel in terms of our we're going to start something new next week. Okay, I feel almost too like I'm just going to say this is a possible projection, but I'm kind of feeling like we might be leaving the relationship discussion and moving more into the self again. But we'll see. We'll see how that pans out. But yeah, I'm definitely looking more at goals next week and like career or entrepreneurship. Okay. So, quick review. Our whole week is blessed. happy, happy joy. We're looking at rebuilding our relationships with our partner or with ourself, resolving conflict. There's a lot of mending, a lot of truth telling, a lot of secrets being revealed and spoken aloud. There's this innocent, loving, like renewed faith and love. And then we're looking at embracing our dharma, embracing our soul destiny, embracing our gifts, and then allowing gifts. So we got that yin passivity with a little bit of yang, and I kind of see it as like the ocean, how the waves roll in and then they roll out, and they roll in and they roll out. Infinity, forever and ever. So overall, a super amazing week. Like I can't even I don't think I could have projected a more optimistic week. This week looks fantastic. And again, I'll just clarify for those of you that are out of alignment, you would be getting everything in the reverse. So just flip it all. You're going to be not blessed. You're going to be feeling anxiety. You're going to be feeling stressed. You're going to still having that conflict. Maybe you're still holding on to secrets. You're going to be either super greedy with your gifts, or you're going to be taking. So, I mean, those are just polar opposites, right? But, I mean, whenever you're out of alignment, you'll feel it as nervousness, anxiousness, frustration. So again, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. Please share it with your friends. Spread the word. Let's build some bigger subscribers to my YouTube channel. And I love you all. Have a blessed and happy week. Mwah.